Morning and welcome to our Commissioners meeting. Commissioner Lipke will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
I have a motion.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion approved unanimously. Do we have any new employees? I don't see any faces I don't know, so I think we're good to go with that. Entertain a motion on the consent agenda before you.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Second.
Have a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. We are to public appearances, and we have a representative wishing to discuss and make comment on
Ditch 78A.
Ditch 78A. Please have a seat, and please introduce yourself and your address for the record, please.
Charles Keeneland, 43596 Fort Road, St. Peter, Minnesota.
Good morning.
Good morning. The branch that I have a couple of things I'd like to bring to the board's attention. One is they put a drive across. I have land on both sides of the ditch. Looked like a very elaborate cost that was done on this drive across. It's a very low piece of ground, and they put a 42-foot long drive across in there with a 4-foot culvert. And at least 4 to 5 loads of crushed rock went in there. It looked like a very spendy move on that branch, because there's only about 2,500 feet of ditch that goes through there. When I approached one of the county employees about it, they said this was normal. This was the way that it was done. Before that, there was only a 20-foot drive across in there, and it was sufficient. I think it was a little bit spendy for what was done there. I just bring it to the board's attention that perhaps there needs to be a little oversight so that the ditch systems don't have to spend quite as much money, and the taxpayers don't have to kind of flip the bill for it if it isn't necessary. The other issue is that the last time the ditch was cleaned, the employee that was doing the work made it a reservoir instead of a ditch. When he was doing the digging, I went down there and I looked, and I quizzed him a little bit about why the water was flowing the opposite direction. And he says, well, my boss told me to just dig till I hit clay everywhere. And the lowest part of that ditch never had a clay bottom. So now the last segment of that ditch is basically a water pond. And my tenant had to get prevented planting. 2 of the neighbors had to have cropland that they couldn't farm. There's over 2 feet of water standing in that ditch. I know it was a wet season, I give it that. But there was over 2 feet of water that stayed in that ditch the entire summer. And at some point, it usually gets down to nil. I think that really ruined that ditch, and it ruined that piece of property for me. I don't know what can be done about it, if anything. That last segment of ditch only had 1 foot of fall in the last mile and a half the way it was. Branch 78A was dug a number of years after ditch 78, and it never was really figured in the process of being drained. The DNR didn't really want that piece of ground drained. But my dad and some of the fellow landowners petitioned and finally got the last segment put in. So I just wanted to bring this to the board's attention that we do have some issues out there, and I wish a little more oversight would have been done. I mean, when the guy says he never ran the backhoe before, he was a bulldozer operator and never ran a backhoe. And his boss tells him, well, just dig till you hit clay. That's not standard procedure for cleaning a ditch. So, those are the two issues I just wanted to bring before the board, and I hope that maybe somewhere along the line something can be looked into about it, and maybe we can get that ditch to flow a little bit better if, you know, maybe a survey has to be done or something to see where we're at. And
Mr. Chair, could I ask a question?
This is a public hearing, this is a hearing process, not an interaction.
Okay.
So I'm sorry, I can't allow that.
But you're taking notes.
I am taking notes,
Right,
it's
right.
the issue of,
Right.
it's a matter of record,
Yep.
but we can't engage.
I just need to ask a question. What was Mr. Keeneland's address?
43596 Fort Road.
43596?
Yep, Fort Road, St. Peter, Minnesota.
Thank you, Mr. Keelan.
Thank you. Is there any other public information or testimony? Lynn, I see you here. Were you here for, do you have an issue on 76?
Just listening.
All right, I just wanted to make sure, I didn't know if you were adjoined to that property, so I wanted to make sure that
No.
you had an opportunity. Any other public information or public comment with regard to any of your issues? Now is the time. Hearing none, I will close the public appearances, and I will ask our engineer to join us for the public works component.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board and
Morning.
staff. A couple items from Public Works today. The first being to consider final payment for our 2019 highway striping project. This annual contract is to restripe a portion of our county paved roads. That work is all done, and so I'm here asking for the board's approval to make that final payment. The contractor that did this work was Traffic Marking Services, and the value of the final payment is $7,704.14.
Move approval.
We have a motion,
Second.
we have a second. Any other discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Yes,
They did-
sir.
They did a nice job.
Yeah, they do a real nice job.
That's fine. Thank
Yep.
you.
Any other questions? Hearing none. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously.
The second item from Public Works today is to consider a proposal for professional services for the County Road 14 permanent repair project. As you're aware, County Road 14 had a significant slope slide and failure due to heavy rains and excessive snow melt this spring. We executed a Phase 1 contract with Gale Tech Engineering and SRF Consulting to do initial engineering study to determine what caused the slide, and then to develop possible permanent repair options to fix this issue. Phase 1 is complete. In between Phase 1, this next engineering contract will be Phase 2. SRF and Gale Tech developed a small plan set to do emergency temporary repair on the slide area to protect that exposed slope from further erosion, and that work has been awarded to Mathewitz Construction. That work is basically complete. The only remaining items on that temporary repair project is to place the concrete barrier and to line the center line pipe that crosses in the slide area. That should be done middle of next week or so. So now we're on to Phase 2 for the engineering contract. This will be to develop the permanent specifications and plans for the permanent repair. The option that We selected for the permanent repair is what they call a reinforced soil slope. It's basically rebuilding that slope using layers of sand and geotextile material. It'll be a quite extensive project. The first part of that project will more than likely involve excavating out a big part of the County Road 14 slope and road bed for probably 300 to 350 feet, and then they will start that process of rebuilding that slope and the road. Also, as part of that project, we will be installing a trunk line storm sewer and curb and gutter to collect all the surface water that used to run off and over the slope. We'll collect all that and bring it down to the bottom of the hill on County Road 14, where there's a natural creek crossing that crosses 14 and County Road 21. And so I've been working with Gale Tech Engineering and SRF to develop the scope of services for Phase 2. Their approximate estimation of that cost will be $131,900. And so I'm asking the board today to approve the SRF proposal for these professional services and authorize myself to sign that proposal. I do have a few questions into them regarding their general terms and conditions. They're working on making those modifications, and before signing that proposal, I'll make sure that all those changes have been completed. Be more than happy to answer any questions on this one.
Mr. Chair,
Commissioner Lipke?
how, well, is this gonna be state and federal?
Yeah, it's
helping on this?
anticipated that federal highway will cover 80% of this cost.
The other question is, long-term, do you have any idea how long that road will be closed?
Original, rough estimations from Gale Tech was that it would be probably a 4 to 6 month project.
I'll move the motion.
We have a motion?
Second.
We have a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you. I don't have anything
Thank you.
else.
I believe, Jackie, you're up. Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Chair, members of the board. The item I have before you is a penalty abatement request requested by Bernadine Thompson. We haven't had one of these for quite some time, and so I'll kind of refresh the board a little bit. County Board is the only entity that can relieve penalty. As a reminder, penalty is not just kept by the county, it does go to the other taxing districts as well. And so there also is in your packet the criteria for penalty abatement. Since we haven't done one for a while, there's 3 criteria. One is a document error, and the other is hardship, and the third is a postage error. Hardship does not fall under financial or forgetting to pay, just as a reminder. On the penalty abatement application, Bernadine has moved into an assisted living. I did contact the daughter, Mary Mogensen, who filled this out, power of attorney. She moved back in July or August. She made her first half payment in May. She moved into assisted living in July, August area, and was paid late for her second half. And in doing so, she had a $23.40 penalty. She did pay that, but she's asking for reimbursement of that. Does the board have any questions?
What is her address?
Bernadine's address is 1954 East Welco in St. Peter.
What's the address of this property? I'm sorry.
1954 East Welco. That's where she
I'm
lives. She's
sorry.
moved into assisted living. I don't know where, but they can still
Looks like it was
keep their
Belt
address.
Lane or something.
No, this is right here in St. Peter.
I know, but where she moved to.
Oh, I don't know what assisted living she's
Oh.
in. But she did move back in July or August. The second half payment wasn't due until October 15th.
for a motion.
Do you have any questions specifically to the, I'd entertain a motion.
Well, I'm gonna move the abatement under number 2 hardship.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Abstain.
We have one abstention. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Well, let's see here. I think we will progress then into informational items. Ryan, do you have anything for us that you want to touch on?
No, other than I think we forgot to announce at the front, our guest here sitting next to Abby is Sarah, is it Fromm or Fromm, you pronounce it? She's the administrative assistant in property services, and we are having her shadow Abby for some board meetings, so we have a backup person that knows how to do minutes and run the camera, so sorry about that, we forgot to introduce her up front. Other than that, no, Mr. Chair, nothing else to add today.
And since I historically forget things, Madam County Attorney, did you have anything you'd like to add to this? Since I leave you at the end of the list and I always forget, so I apologize for that. Let's see, I think we'll go into the rest of our informational items. Chair's report. Let's see, since we last gathered, meeting with South Central EMS, I joined most of you at the AMC district meeting. Their profile changed a little bit in how we do the process, which I think was very well received for most of the attendees. So that was nice to see. Drug court graduation, MRCI executive board, and an extension meeting, and that brings me current. Commissioner Kolars, would you like to share your experiences?
Thank you. We had a couple of Maple meetings at the end of October, the Mankato Area Planning Organization. Also the AMC meeting in Mankato on the 1st, and the Transportation Funding meeting on the 4th, along with another Maple meeting on November 7th. That just about does it, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Marie?
I attended the Brown Nicollet Community Health Board Executive Committee meeting. I had my second session with the Leading Ethnically Diverse Communities through the Glendon Foundation and the AMC.
Terry?
Broadband meeting and transportation meeting.
Commissioner Lipke?
I went to a land use session in St. Cloud, excuse me. I went to the AMC regional thing in Mankato. Went to the Transportation Alliance meeting in Mankato, the Soil and Water meeting. I went to the One Watershed, One Plan kickoff meeting, I guess. Attended Farm City Day in New Ulm and went to the extension meeting last night.
Do we have any conferences coming up short term? I think we've already addressed the issue of the annual conference, AMC, and everybody has got rooms and everything is booked for that, right? So those that are attending.
Should be
Is there
good.
anything that
What
we
time
should be
will we
good?
be booked?
Yeah, good plan.
Marie, you're not going correct, okay, just wanted to check.
Okay,
The legislative conference is at the end of February this year. I believe it's the 26th and 27th, but we'll, as they post that hotel availability, we'll get that out to you.
right. And have we flown some dates? I know you made some requests on having our local legislative gathering.
Yeah, I think we still have to hear from Commissioner Kolars yet.
Everything is open right now.
Is it? Okay. We'll
Okay.
pass those dates then on to our legislators and see if we can get something scheduled.
And just a reminder that there was a request on the part of the AMC staff to potentially be included in that.
Right.
So if we have a date certain, we can at least let them know, and if they would like to participate, we give them that opportunity also, right? Okay. All right, entertain a motion for per diems and expenses.
Move it.
We have a motion. A second. We have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. I would take this opportunity to adjourn, or a motion to adjourn the Commissioners meeting.
So moved.
A motion,
Second.
second. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Would you like a break, or do you want to mush on? We have, Roger was planning to be here as he's walking in the door, so, all right. Is it, all right, we continue then?
We can continue, there's no scheduled hearing, so we're good to
All right.
continue.
Okay. We'll let Commissioner Lipke get his coffee, so he's here to do his due diligence.
He's gonna step aside, isn't
On the consent agenda?
he?
Right, but I was just gonna have him present. Are you continuing to run? Okay, thank you. All right. We will convene the Drainage Authority. We have Drainage Authority agenda items, which are the consent agenda. I'd entertain a motion for approval of the consent agenda.
So moved.
We have a
Second.
motion, we have a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion carries unanimously. Did I get in logistics error here? I need to ask because we have public appearances here also. So,
That's fine,
fine.
there's,
okay. I'm just simply gonna ask, is there anyone who has joined us that needs to speak to any issues with regard to the Drainage Authority? Hearing Lynn?
I was just wondering, if Maggie has a list of the expenses on ditch 86A?
Jackie, I think you're processing that now?
You don't have
I
it?
can speak to you after the meeting if you like.
Okay.
Is that acceptable, Lynn?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, then my other question was how Michelle is doing with the appeal situation.
Mr. Chair, the appeal that he's referring to is probably 86A.
Yes.
I actually called the Court of Appeals this morning because I had not heard about the oral argument being scheduled, and the last brief was submitted at the beginning of October, I believe. I was advised that the oral argument will be scheduled the beginning of January, and so then I believe they have 90 days after that oral argument date before.
We would have some issue with the ruling, okay? Does that answer your question, Lynn?
I thought they had 30 days after written to set up the date, so it's probably 90 days after the written, and then you're gonna first hear the oral?
My understanding in speaking with the clerk is that there was some scheduling issues with the court. They only meet 2 weeks in November and 2 weeks in December, and with the availability of the two attorneys for scheduling, they're into January.
Where's that gonna be held, Michelle?
It will be in St. Paul. I believe she indicated to me they generally don't hold outstate oral arguments in the wintertime, so I believe it will be in St. Paul. But once I get notice of it, I will be letting everyone know.
You let me know, thank you.
Yep.
Where
Yes, I
and
will.
what time, and,
Yes.
okay, thank you.
Is that everything you need, Lynn?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, our next item is our annual maintenance levies.
In the morning again.
Good morning.
As you're aware, this time of year, our office annually looks at all the ditch account balances for each individual ditch. And according to statute 103E.725, all expenses are to be assessed back to landowners, as they are the owners of the ditch. Excuse me. In your packet, I have enclosed a spreadsheet with all the ditches with negative balances and the amounts that we need to raise to bring those back to positive balances. There is also a finding of fact and an order for your consideration for all the ditches that are in need to be levied. In the order, the entire amount to be levied is $1,545,361.76. As well as in the order, the Drainage Authority does need to approve the terms for the repayment of those assessments. And I am requesting that they, if they are not paid by December 31st, they will go on the 2020 tax statements at a 4% interest rate with the schedule. If it's 500 or less is a 1 year, 501 to 1,000 is 2 years, and 1,001 to and over will be a 3-year assessment. Any questions or comments regarding the finding or the order, finding an order?
I'll just add, Mr. Chair, that the 4% interest is statutory.
Correct. It cannot be, it has to be the same as the court judgment, and that this time that is 4%. So that's not up for the county's decision on that.
Okay. Madam County Attorney, do you want this read into the record, or are you accepting it as published?
The findings and orders?
Yes.
I think it should be read.
Okay.
Well, we're doing it as one, so it should be read.
Very well.
I can do that. Before the Nicollet County Drainage Authority for assessing annual maintenance levies. Findings in order of the board regarding drainage systems assessments, installment schedules, interest rates, and maintenance fund. The Drainage Authority, having completed its deliberation, its examination of all files and records herein, and its consideration of all reports, make the following findings of fact. Number 1, Minnesota Statute 103E.725 provides all fees and costs incurring relating to a drainage system, including repairs, inspections, engineering, viewing, and publications, are costs of the drainage system and must be assessed against the property and entities benefited. Number 2, some drainage systems accounts for systems administered by the Nicollet County Board of Commissioners, the board, carry negative balances, and others will benefit from establishment of a maintenance fund. The negative balance system accounts for have benefited from interfund loans from the general fund of the county. If the board transfers money from another account or funds to a drainage system, the money plus interest must be reimbursed from the proceeds of the drainage system that received the transfer. Number 3, if there is not enough money in the drainage system account to pay drainage system costs, the board must assess the costs on all properties and entities that have been assessed benefits for the drainage system. Number 4, if assessments are to be paid in installments, the board may set an interest rate not to exceed the rate determined by the state court administrator for judgments under Section 549.09. Number 5, Minnesota Statute 103E.735 allows for creation of a repair fund for each drainage system. The repair fund is intended to create a positive balance in a drainage system account to pay for routine costs of inspection and minor maintenance to eliminate the need for interfund loans to drainage system accounts. Number 6, to create a repair fund, the Drainage Authority may apportion and assess an amount against all properties and entities assessed for benefits. The fund may not exceed 20% of the assessed benefits of the drainage system or $100,000, whichever is greater. Number 7, the Drainage Authority staff has investigated the current drainage system funds and made recommendation for assessments, installment schedules, interest rates, and maintenance funds. Order. Based on the foregoing findings and the entire record of proceedings before the Nicollet County Board of Commissioners, the board, acting as the drainage authority for all Nicollet County drainage systems, hereby adopt the following drainage system assessments, installment schedules, interest rates, and maintenance funds, and direct assessments, installment schedule, interest rates, and maintenance funds, and certification thereof to the County Public Services Office for collection. County Ditch 8,000, the amount to levy is $8,682.96. County Ditch 9, $23,749.60. County Ditch 11, $128,671.40. County Ditch 12, $80,873.35. County Ditch 12 Lateral 1, $4,630.44. County Ditch 40A, $57,799 even. County Ditch 46A, $220,576.80. County Ditch 47A, $16,769.60. County Ditch 58C, $15,941.55. County Ditch 59A, $9,308.62. County Ditch 72, $9,069.03. County Ditch 76A, $70,438.58. County Ditch 77, $389,198.31. County Ditch 77 Lateral 1 Branch 4 is $8,108.52. County Ditch 77 Lateral 2, $83,556.54. County Ditch 77 Lateral 3, $15,693.92. County Ditch 78, $41,508.96. County Ditch 78 Lateral 2 Branch 4, $21,599.10. County Ditch 86A, $236,954.23. JD 1A&S, $42,329.63. JD 6NS, $6,516. JD 14NS, $7,779.84. JD 1SN, $5,752.58. JD 5SN, $6,858. JD 6ASN, $27,698.40. JD 20SN, $5,296.80 for a total amount of $1,545,361.76. All assessments not paid by December 31st, 2019 will be charged 4% interest at the following installment schedule. The following installment schedule will apply to your property tax bill starting in 2020. 500 and under is 1 year, 501 to 1,000 is 2 years, 1,001 and over is 3 years. Dated November 12th, 2019.
Mr. Chair, on the last, there's a spelling problem on the last line, property tax billing. If that could be changed to spell correctly.
Apply to your property tax bill starting in 2020.
Property is spelled
Incorrectly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
just a spelling error. If that could be changed,
Mm-hmm.
I'd move approval.
We have a motion.
Second.
Have a second. Any other discussion or questions?
Just, Mr. Chair, if I could, just for further clarification. So, 86A, raising 512,000,
And we're only levying the 236.
right.
Part of those costs are improvement costs, so even though that ditch is in the negative 512,000, that is still a pending, and so we are only levying the 236. This does not bring it to a positive balance, but the improvement costs are still out there and will be collected depending on the improvement.
That's very helpful, thank you.
Any other questions? We have a motion, a second. Call the roll.
Commissioner Forrest?
Yes,
Commissioner Morrow?
Yes.
Commissioner Grau?
Yes.
Chair Cox?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you.
Also reflect
Yep.
that Commissioner Lipke abstained.
And the record will reflect that Commissioner Lipke abstained. Anything else in regard to this matter? We have people that came in that I'm wondering were interested in making comment. I'm sorry, sir, you made the trip in, I'm sorry if you had a comment that you wanted to make.
I can't hear you.
Okay,
Trying to figure this out.
okay,
Do you want to
well,
make a statement?
About what?
Whatever you want.
Oh, is this the hearing for the ditch
Yep,
right?
yep.
Well,
Oh, okay.
that, I just wanted to make sure that you had the opportunity to be heard,
I can't hear you.
okay?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say. My name is Zurg Giesecke, and is that what I talked to you about this morning? Okay. As far as the ditch assessments or damages for the year last year, I would like a printout of all the expenses and to whom they go.
Okay,
That's my request.
and I believe that request has passed to Jackie's office, and she's
Okay.
either, if she has not, she probably will be compiling that information, is that correct?
Get it this morning yet?
I don't know about what your time,
Well,
I don't
I
know
would
that
like
she's
it
ready to
this
do that,
morning
but
if
we just,
possible.
okay.
Okay.
We'll discuss that with Jackie, I
Okay,
can't put a gun to her head. Thank you, Mr. Giesecke.
Jackie and I did discuss it before the meeting.
Okay. Sorry, we derailed the train, but I just wanted to make sure everybody got heard if we possibly could. Our next item on our agenda is meeting with council. So this portion of the meeting is closed for attorney-client privilege pursuant to Minnesota statutes, chapter 13D, to discuss potential litigation regarding the improvement project on Nicollet County Road Ditch 62A. We're back in open session, and as a result of our conversation with council on the county ditch 62A improvement project, we will be establishing a special meeting on Tuesday, November 19th at 9:30 a.m. To address a resolution in regard to our ongoing relationship in the contract. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion is carried and our meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.